Welcome back to the show. We're gonna wrap things up, but right now, as B Wood has said, it is time to lay out the truth.
Okay, let's start.
Go ahead,
Now
sit up, soda.
about the relationships. Those girls are completely right. I don't think anybody.
Which girls are you talking about specifically?
Denasia and Kamisha, I really think they was right about that. I don't think anybody of my friends, including Anthony here, will actually believe I was in a relationship. For three important reasons. One, because a lot of people made fun of me. Two, let's just say that I won't judge myself, but everybody, if they look at me, they don't think I would ever have a relationship because I don't know. And thirdly, is because I don't believe in relationships. I don't really believe in it very much, like I used to. Only because back when I was in high school, I used to be friends with girls, but I never took that.
I hope so.
Be friends. But I never took that step to actually be with one. I don't know. Maybe it was the fear, or maybe it was the rejection. It was something talking to me, like saying, "Don't do it. Like, don't go for it. Don't try it." And I believe that if I would have tried to go forward with it, I might have probably got rejected. Probably would have got not cussed at because the girls that I dealt with, they were nice. I believe that if I would have taken that stuff, something could have happened or something didn't, or something traumatic could have happened. But I really believe that most of the time, I'm not really much good with relationships. Never been. The reason why I know so much about it is because I have friends back in Stafford and in middle school who talked to me and how their relationships was, and that's how I know so much about it, about relationships, and that's when I started to profound it and made it think that I know so much about it. And after hearing most of what people have been saying about relationships, it makes me not want to be in one until July. It was around July, 2 days after my birthday. I finally told this girl I used to like her in high school very much. It's clear that she didn't feel the same way about me. She said she was flattered, but she never told me that she felt the same way. So that's when I stopped believing in relationships. And that's when I started believing in, like, hookups. Like, just hook up with a girl, and that's it. Then you leave. And then next month, I think it was in August, my friend, she talked to me about, I told her about hookups, about what I was doing. And then she started telling me, like, truth about things, about being with somebody and making love with somebody instead of just hooking up. So, I don't know if I would get back on the relationship pedestal just yet, but I'm making myself sure that I'll put it into thought because, no offense, some days when you hook up, you do be alone, but in relationships, you always be with that person, no matter what happens.
I'll tell you why I made him the relationship expert tomorrow. But, the fear of rejection is very, very powerful, especially at our age.
Yeah.
Especially as a teenager or, going to college or something. But I'll say more so as a teenager. The fear of rejection is so powerful. It's like a disease. It really, really is. I wouldn't ever consider myself a relationship expert because the longest relationship I've ever had was somebody lasted for a week. You know?
Hey, at least that's better than what I did. I mean, you might have had it for a week, but I never had it, so that's better than what I did. And probably with most people. Like, I'm not the only one who's probably fearing the rejection. Like him, he's afraid of it, and who knows? It could be a lot of people in the world that's afraid of rejection. But the important thing is that I finally learned now you can't let it stop you for what you want and what you can have. Like, taking that step, yeah, it's tough. But when it's all over, you will realize that'll be all worth it because you'll then have that person that you love or you want to be with.
I did this show. I did this series of shows. And doing a show made me realize and made me kind of understand that you cannot, maybe understand, sometimes, you cannot just look for a relationship. You can't do it. I mean, you see, you look sometimes, you go through Facebook, like, how the heck can that guy go with that girl and I can't get with that girl? Or how can that guy have something and I don't? Sometimes that happens. But it made me understand that you just gotta do you. You just gotta go after what you want. You gotta go after it. And sometimes you're gonna miss.
Or fall.
When you fall, you might crash hard. I
But
crashed hard at times.
But as I remember, just like in trying to find a relationship, it's actually, to me, it's like finding a relationship is like sports. You try. Might not be the best at what you can do, but you can be good at it. But all I gotta say is, it's like that, cause you try, you fall, but you get back up. Like as you know, we both, even I was the worst track. I believe I was not the best track player on the team, but I never gave up. And it's funny how I cannot give up on track, but I gave up on being with a girl that I really liked. So
and I think part of it too. And I drilled you really hard that time. You can't give up on what you do. Can't give up. And like I said before, I get motivated, me personally, off of other people. I mean, I get motivated. This guy, no homo. This guy is really I had to say that. I had to make sure the viewers don't get a bad rep understanding. But no, this guy really motivated me. I mean, like you said, it may not be the best, but a lot of people would have I told him this before, a lot of people would have just quit and just left the game, or just left. And like, I don't gotta show up tomorrow. Like, but he stuck it out. That's what makes you a better person. That type of character is what makes you a better person. If by doing something that you don't think you can do, but going in and not just sticking your toe in a hot tub and taking it back out, but actually sticking your toe in the hot tub and keeping it in there and let it soak in.
So
For those who understand what I'm talking about, okay. You ever have you ever go to have a hot tub, you have the water too hot, so you put your toe in it, make sure it's you can.
no, I never did that.
I had that problem.
I know my
before.
water's the right temperature, so it's cool with me.
Well, I had that problem before. Or a cold bath. A cold bath supposed to relax your muscles and stuff, but that's not the point. The point is that you cannot be afraid of fear of rejection. You're not going to be good at everything that you do, but
no one's super.
But what you do, you keep working at it. You gotta outwork everybody. You gotta outwork everybody, because nothing's gonna be given to you. You gotta outwork everybody. And then along the way, if a girl happens to find you, or for those females that are watching, if a guy happens to find you, then they'll like you for you. And at the end of the day, that's what we all want. That's what keeps us going. Okay, because if you get somebody who has one good quality but everything else sucks, and you happen to marry them, then eventually be
It's gonna be
prepared.
horrible.
Yeah, it's gonna be
It's gonna be
horrible.
horrible.
It's gonna be horrible, and be prepared to lose half of your stuff and money. Okay, so that's what you want to do. Be you. Okay, that's
Yeah,
my.
don't try to be something you're not, because trust me, I've been through that. Most of the time I tried to be something that I wasn't, and it ain't got me nowhere, but
It gets you.
yeah,
It does no
it
good.
doesn't get you nowhere.
It
Being
does no
someone that you're
good.
not.
To be somebody else does you no good. You just gotta be you. Okay.
Now hold on, let's think. What do, like, how we see girls, like what attracts them to us? Like, I'm starting to think. Like, most of the time I was thinking about girls. Like, most of the time I wasn't like attracted to them mentally or physically. Like, most of the time I was just talking to them, but I didn't really see no like put together like physical, mentally attraction. Like, sometimes a girl could be very cute, but you don't have nothing in common for her. Trust me, I've been through a lot of cute girls when I was in high school, and they was cute, they were attractive, but they wasn't interest me. I'm funny. I'm more like those funny type of dudes, like keep a conversation. Like a girl that can't keep a conversation with me, that's just not gonna work. Like they had the body, the attitude, but when it came to the talking, they was just
I don't mean to interrupt, but we gotta cut this video more than